Welcome seekers to the Tarot Magicians channel. If you are already subscribed to this channel, thank you and welcome. And if you are new, then hi, my name is Ricky. I'm a professional tarot reader and this channel is dedicated to pick a card tarot readings. Please subscribe so that you can be notified of any new uploads. Thank you. Today we're going to be talking about something that you seekers have been asking me. What is the truth from your person? What is the truth from spirit? What is their intentions at this current time? I am also going to provide you with advice from spirit, and I'm going to try and channel a message directly from them to you. So very interesting reading. I hope you seekers enjoy it. In front of you, you have three groups. You have group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. I want you to take a moment and select the group that calls to you the most, the stone that calls to you the most. Take a moment, make your selections. The timestamps are going to be in the description below. Welcome group number 1 to today's pick a card tarot reading, where we're going to try and figure out what is the truth from your person, also from spirit. Now before we get started, I do want to remind you seekers that I am offering private readings at this time. The link is going to be in the description below so that you can visit my Etsy store if you are interested, and also join me on Patreon for exclusive content. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. The first card, this is going to be represent the theme of the reading, is from the Fairy Temple Oracle deck. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just gain a little information from this card. Let's take a look what we have here. All right. Passion, kindle, glow, spark. Oh my goodness. So this is interesting, right? We have here essentially a representation of a rekindling, right? There is a sense of something starting, something beginning. There's a new magic coming into something that was dead. So this can represent the beginning of a new relationship, right? This person is essentially telling you or wanting to start something, to rekindle it. So this can very well mean that they want a new, renewed relationship with you. This is interesting. So let's go ahead and try and channel a message from them. Let's just try and get as much information from them as possible, and then we're going to see what spirit recommends. So we're going to now start with the Lover's Oracle, and we're going to let this person, your person, give us information through this Lover's Oracle. So let's go ahead and take a look. And here we are. All right, so their message to you first is embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. Oh, wow. Okay, so we're going to throw one more. We are going to throw one more. Oh, we've got another one here. Transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. My, oh my. My, oh my. So, yeah, the initial interpretation with this passion card was spot on. This person wants to rekindle this relationship with you. Your person is pretty much telling you, look, I want for this relationship to reach that next level. Maybe I'm tired of potentially not talking to you. I'm tired of there being conflict. I'm tired of things being the way that they are. I want to embrace you. I want to be a part of your life. I want for this relationship to go to the next level. I want there to be something deeper, because I believe that there is love between the both of us, and love conquers and transforms all things. So that's a beautiful message from them to you, group number 1. Now we're going to talk about what Spirit recommends for this connection, but we're going to see. We're going to keep this going. We're going to throw now a card from the Whispers of Love Oracle, and then we're going to throw some tarot. And let's see, Whispers of Love. Let's see what's going on here. Whispers of Love. More information on this connection. Honesty is essential. Okay, so speak with love and truth. All right, so I feel like, you know, one of the question that I had in my mind when I was throwing this card was, okay, what happened to this relationship? You know, what happened? And so what we have here is a representation of not telling the truth. I think that, you know, maybe this person was not being honest with you. They were being a bit sketchy. They were essentially hiding truths. Maybe they were, you know, keeping their options open. It just felt like they were in some ways, you know, betraying you, right? They were betraying you, maybe talking badly about you behind your back. So your person, whoever this person is, right, was doing something that was untruthful to you. You didn't like that, right? So obviously the person that picked this group, you are someone that values honesty mightily. And this person did not give you that. They did not honor that. They didn't give you the honesty that you needed. And in many ways, this just kind of turned you off, you know, and it's like, now we have to, where do we go from here, right? Once you lose trust in a person because they lied to you, once you find out they're lying, it's very difficult to be able to rekindle things, right? To bring things back. It's very difficult. So, you know, they're passionate about this, right? So definitely I feel that there's love, right? From their part, they really want something with you. I see passion, right? We see literally a person here, you know, holding a light, right? Holding what seems to be like fireflies, which is we can just say that it's a representation of fire and newness, right? And life. And so it's like they want that spark to come back. But you know, this right here is very difficult. This lying that was going on, it's very difficult to accept. So let's go ahead and see if we can gain more information. We're gonna go ahead and throw some tarot. I'm gonna use the Tarot Illuminati from Kim Huggins, and we're gonna go ahead and see. Let's talk about the history of this relationship a little more. Let me see if I can give you a little more insight into what happened. Let me see. I'm interested to see exactly what happened with this connection. And then we're going to let Spirit speak. We're going to let Spirit give you some advice on what you should do. So what happened with this connection here? All right. What happened with this connection, Spirit? Okay. All right. So it looks like someone stopped trying, right? So you've got the Ace of Wands reversed. Things became a bit, you know, stagnant. You know, it's like there really wasn't much going on. Their, you know, relationships, they tend to kind of, you know, die and wither when there's no activity or when there's no one trying, right? And the joy seems to leave from that relationship, and it almost feels like you're stuck, right? You're stuck in some place, and what ends up happening is that you want more. You want to make it to the next level. You want to, you know, potentially go and do that other thing, right? That's how relationships work. But it looks like with the Hangman, you know, somebody just wanted to kind of stay where you were at. I think that it's because of comfort, right? And I think that somebody just wanted to kind of stay there, and someone else wanted to move a little too quickly. And again, you know, maybe potentially the fact that this was being communicated to the other party led to some of this negativity right here of honesty and lies behind your back, you know, being two-faced, you know. And it's like, you know, it's just, it wasn't the right mix. So somebody wanted to progress. Somebody wanted to reach, you know, something truly dynamic in this relationship, and the other person was like, no, I think that we're maybe moving too far. I just want to be happy, and that doesn't make me happy right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and stay here. And ultimately, the fact that maybe potentially, you know, they felt pushed or they felt hurried, and then they ended up just, you know, being untrustworthy and untruthful in some way. So I get the feeling that that's kind of what's going on here, interestingly enough. All right. Okay. So let's go ahead now and talk to Spirit. Let's see if Spirit can give us a little information about this relationship. I want to see what Spirit is going to recommend, right? What is the truth? Spirit, talk to us. So we're going to use some tarot, and let's see what the truth is about this connection. And you know what? We're going to go ahead and reshuffle these right back into the deck, because now this is a message from Spirit to you. Now that we know exactly where they stand, we know that they want transformation. We know that they want to embrace you. We know that there is right now, passion that they want to reignite. So let's see what Spirit recommends for you to do with this relationship, with this connection, with this person. My oh my. Okay. All right. So we've got some interesting cards here, okay? We've got some interesting cards here. So what I feel that Spirit is telling you with these cards is that it's time to move on. It is time to move on from this connection, from this person. All right. So they want to come back. They want to be a part of your life. But Spirit is telling you that, unfortunately, if you were to bring this person back into your life, it's going to result in this right here. And you don't want this, right? This is the Ace of Cups, which is the beginning of emotional stability, happiness. There's a sense of true peace. The fact that you've got this reverse, that's your cup spilling over, right? This is negative emotions. This is muddy waters. So you don't want that in your life, right? You want to make space for the new. And so I asked further, okay, what's going on here? And we've got the Five of Cups reversed. And so it seems like whatever troubles are facing you at this moment with this connection, they are too great to overcome. And ultimately, I feel that it's only going to get a bit worse, right? The fact that the Five of Cups is reversed, it just talks about not being able to move forward in the way that you would want. And so, and I just don't feel like potentially this person is going to change. So whatever you saw in them before, ultimately it's a part of who they are. Whatever problems there were before, whatever limitations, whatever negative things you've noticed that you didn't like, those things are a part of them, right? So that's why you've got the Death card here reversed. The Death card reversed says that there is no change. There is no change, right? That's what the Death card reverse is talking about, right? So it's almost like if, Spirit is telling you, listen, this person is not going to change. They are going to hurt you emotionally, which is why you've got the Ace of Cups reversed. And ultimately, if you do decide to allow this person back, it's going to result in the Wheel of Fortune reversed for you. And so this is going backwards. You're not moving forward. You're not making progress. You're going backwards, right? You're taking steps backwards when you should be moving forward. So, I know that potentially this might be difficult for some of you to hear. Ultimately, we all want for things to work out great. We all want for people to change and for things to prosper, right? But unfortunately, it seems like Spirit is just telling you here, hey, look, you have something much better coming up, right? You don't need this in your life. You need to essentially let go of this connection so that you can make space for the new and beautiful things that are going to be available and present to you. And so the reason I say that is because of the Temperance card. So this Temperance card is a representation of what is coming into your life, right? So with the Temperance card, what you have is a complete balance, balance emotionally, mentally, energetically, just mind, body, spirit, in complete balance. And so there's happiness, there's joy, there's the ability to just be present in the moment and be able to just, go with the flow, right? And not be someone who is in some ways, feeling anxious or maybe a bit depressed, or, feeling like things are just not going to work out. The Temperance card is the card of being in complete bliss. Complete bliss. And so I asked, what is coming? What's the actual advice for group number 1? Why should this connection not be entertained, or why shouldn't this person allow their person into their life? And you got the Temperance card. So there's definitely some nice things coming for you. And I feel like this person is only going to get in the way of that. They are going to, in some ways, just dampen things, right? That's what I feel here. And we see that more with the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups is the card of options. It's the card of essentially deciding what's next. What do you want to do next? What do you want to do? And so what this person has is options. Now, some of those options are terrible, right? Some of those options, as you can see, this person has in one of them there's a snake, in another one there's a face of a guy, and that guy doesn't look all very amicable. But then in others there's a castle, in others there's riches beyond measure, in others there's the attainment of everything that you possibly want. All right, so it's all about making the right decisions. And the fact that this card is reversed, it's Spirit telling you this is one of those bad decisions. This is one of those bad choices. So be very careful, and again, this person might very well come and want to talk to you, right? I mean, they literally are showing up in this reading, holding their hands out with a spark, right? A flame, a rekindling, a glow of passion. They're essentially calling out to you and telling you, I want you, right? I want for this relationship to be rekindled, right? Whoever this person is, doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could be a friendship. It's your person, whoever that person is, right? But yeah, they want to come back into your life. They want to be a part of it. But Spirit is telling you, as far as the advice goes, no, it's not the most intelligent decision. And ultimately, it's going to end up affecting you, hurting you, and it's not going to assist you in any way. You are going to end up, unfortunately, regretting it. So that's the advice. Let's go ahead and throw some more oracle cards and see if there's any additional messages from Spirit. I want to throw a Star Dragon, and this is from the Star Dragon Oracle deck. I'll show you guys the box. Let's see what the Star Dragon Oracle has to tell us. This is going to represent the energies that Spirit essentially would like for you to maybe focus on now. I mean, we do have here with Temperance the promise of something new, right? We have definitely Spirit telling you that there's something new coming. And so let's see exactly what Spirit maybe would like for you to focus on, or what their message is with the Star Dragons. Healing. Wow. Okay. Look at this. So Spirit wants for you to go through a bit of healing. Group number 1, right? This is very powerful. We have here restoring hope. So, I feel that a lot of you that are watching this, maybe you're a bit hopeless, right? And I feel that you are hopeless, because you really expected something out of this person. It ended in betrayal. It ended in lies. And even though you kind of truly know that maybe this person is not really, going to change, maybe there's a hope there. Maybe there's a desire. And I think that it's because maybe you're a bit hopeless, and so you're trying to find that hope, right? But unfortunately, Spirit is telling you that this isn't where you find it. You must find it on your own. There's definitely new experiences, much more beautiful, beautiful experiences coming for you that are going to complete you and make you feel the way that you should feel. But you must go through a period of healing, and this person is simply just not going to offer you that healing at this time. Group number 1. So very important to keep that in mind. All right, so let's go ahead and throw another oracle. We're going to throw a self-love oracle. We're going to see what further advice Spirit has for you. Let's take a look. All right, so here we are. Play. All right. Reconnect with your inner child. Find a sense of whimsy and wonder in all that you do. Okay, so that's your advice from Spirit, okay? Reconnect with your inner child. Find a sense of whimsy and wonder in all that you do. Play, play, play. That is beautiful. That is truly beautiful. All right. Okay, so I hope that you enjoy this reading, group number 1. That brings us to the very end. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment down below. Let me know what you thought. Quick reminder, I am offering private readings at this time. The link is going to be in the description below. You are going to have to go through my Etsy store and also join me on Patreon so that you can unlock exclusive benefits, weekly readings that you will not find here. Go ahead and join me on Patreon. Thank you, seekers. The links for all these things are going to be down below in the description. Love you all. Thank you once again, and bye-bye. Welcome, group number 2, to today's Pick a Card Tarot reading, where we're going to try and answer the question, what is the truth? This is definitely information and advice from Spirit. Also, I'm going to try and channel a message from your person, whoever that person is that you have in mind right now. All right, so before we get started, I do want to remind you, seekers, that I am offering private readings at this time. If you're interested, the link is down below in the description. You will have to go through my Etsy store and join me on Patreon for exclusive readings that you will get weekly. Thank you, seekers. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. In front of you, you have a card from the Fairy Temple Oracle. This is one of the newer Oracle decks that is out now. Let's see what the theme of their message to you is at this moment. All right, you've got moon magic, cycles, infusions, faces. Okay, wow. Wow. So it looks like their message to you right now with just this card is, I'm going through a phase. All right, so I'm going through a phase and I'm trying something new. Okay. So that's what this card is telling me. That's what this person is telling you through this card. So let's try and get a more direct message from them. We're gonna go ahead and throw 2 Lovers Oracle cards, and we're gonna try and get a direct message from them to you, from your person, whoever that person is. Let's take a look. All right, so here is the first message. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. Okay, wow. All right, so that's interesting. Let's go ahead and throw another card. Let's see. All right, so here is the message. Balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. Wow. Okay, wow. So, group number 2, this is a pretty intense reading, I'll be honest with you. This is a pretty intense message from them to you. And I feel that a lot of you picked this group, which is why we're getting this reading the way that it's manifesting here for us. So, I feel like this person is trying to find something in their lives, okay? And so, this person is in many ways trying to find new experiences. They're trying to infuse their lives with a new, I would say, energy. They definitely want something new. They believe in going after these experiences so that they can, in some ways, feel content with their lives. They're right now at a point where, they're imagining what life can be like. They're trying to create room for those new opportunities and the new possibilities for life. And in some ways, they're almost asking you to do the same thing, group number 2. They're asking you to do the same thing. Now, what I do feel is that there is some love. There's definitely love here. There's definitely a sense of, I care about you, you're significant. But at the same time, right now they're kind of distancing themselves from you. All right, they're distancing themselves from you. Just right now, they're just not emotionally available. Group number 2. And I feel that there are challenges, right? There's challenges to right now to them and their outlook and what they want. And so they're definitely in a position where they want to definitely try something new. So, whenever I think about the moon, I think about the journey of the Crenshaw through the moon. And so, it's almost like they are the representation of that little Crenshaw crab, walking through this dark, narrow path, trying to avoid the pitfalls and trying to find a new path forward. There's hopefulness. There's a sense of wanting new experiences. And this is kind of what this person is going through, right? They're looking for those new opportunities and those new possibilities. And they want a great relationship. And, for some reason, maybe they just don't feel that great relationship is with you, even though there's love, even though there's an appreciation for who you were in their lives, or are. This person could very well just still be present, right? This is whoever it is that you have in your mind right now, right? But there is a sense of distancing. There's a sense of finding balance. There's a sense of wanting support, but also at the same time wanting challenges. So let's go ahead and throw some tarot. But before we do that, you know what? We're going to throw one oracle card to see what the oracle tells us, to give us a little more clarity into this. We're going to throw a Whispers of Love oracle. So let's shuffle. The heart of the matter. Okay. You see, so yeah, there's a lot going on here. Definitely a lot going on. We have the heart of the matter. There is more going on than meets the eye, right? That is the message from them to you. There's more going on than meets the eye. So 100% group number 2, this is a very difficult person, right? And I feel like, this person is trying to find more than you can possibly imagine. I feel like the reason why they're acting this way, the reason why they're being the way that they're being is because, they're trying to find a resolution to something that might have happened when they were younger, when they were children, when they were essentially, still playing and still just finding themselves. They're almost going after a certain kind of dream, or at this point it's almost like an illusion that they want to turn into reality. They're following in the footsteps of some kind of ideal situation. They might be following in the footsteps of maybe a parent or someone that they know and admire an awful lot. Also, I feel like they're being led by their spirit guides to some kind of fulfillment or purpose. And so, that purpose that they have is going to take them through various paths. And I feel like maybe potentially, one of those paths is towards something new experiences with people. And that's interesting. So let's go ahead and throw some tarot to see if we can clear this up. We're gonna get advice from Spirit right now, but let's go ahead and take a look first and see what we get here with the tarot. We're gonna use the Illuminati Tarot by Kim Huggins. Okay, so let's see, Spirit, tell us, this person, what happened with this relationship? What's going on with this person? Okay. All right, so group number 2, it looks like this relationship needed some kind of drastic change, and it just didn't come. It didn't happen. This person in some ways needed some kind of charity. It's like this person needed they needed some kind of reassurance, or they needed some kind of they needed to know something from you, and unfortunately they just didn't get that. It's like, I don't think that you were able to deliver to them verbally what they were looking for, and so in some ways they were needing that change and it never came. And so it kind of led to arguments, it led to some disturbances, it led to even mental challenges. And also I feel like with the Queen of Swords reverse, this could be essentially talking about, this could be a representation of you, essentially not communicating with them as they would want for you to communicate with them, or it could just be talking about the communication between the two of you just reaching a point where it was non-existent, or there were arguments and there were things that were said that were too hurtful, there were things that were overheard. And so it's like, this Queen of Swords reverse, just it's malice talking, but at the same time it's a lack of communication. And so what all of that led to was the Five of Swords here, which is bickering back and forth, calling each other out, and essentially not helping each other in any way, but just making the situation worse. And so in many ways there needed to be some expansion, there needed to be a change in the relationship, and it did not take place. All right, so the reason why it didn't take place was because of this lack of communication, and ultimately, it led to the Five of Pentacles, which is the complete ruin of this relationship with this person. So you've got here the Five of Pentacles, which is a very bad scene. These people are out in the cold. This is the end of any kind of luxury or hope for luxury, or just hope for even just the bare necessities, right? They're just having such a bad time. So the fact that it's reversed can also be talking about charity and receiving something, but never having received it, which led to that. So yeah, that's very tough. All right, so let's go ahead and get a message from Spirit. We're going to throw some tarot, and we're going to reset the board with the tarot. We're going to reshuffle, and we're going to try and get a message from Spirit. We're just going to let Spirit talk to you, let you know what the advice is, what Spirit wants you to know, what the truth actually is about this relationship, what really occurred on their part with this person, what happened, what's the truth. Spirit, what is the truth of this with this person? All right, so the truth is exactly what's been revealed already, right? They're in hermit mode, right? They are they're going through a sense of self-exploration, okay? And they're starting a new adventure, and they want that new adventure to be almost by themselves. They're just not emotionally available at this time. They've entered into their hermit mode, so they're not available right now. Okay, they are not available, and it's difficult, I think, for them to actually be able to say this, right? But they feel like they've reached a place of balance. They feel like they've reached a place of growth. The hermit does talk about growth. So as a person, as an individual, it's like they're in hermit mode. They're going through this period of examination, self-analysis. They're definitely trying to find their purpose. They're trying to find meaning. They're trying to find the path forward. They're trying to shine that lamp to the dark areas of their minds, their unconscious mind, and they're trying to find the answers in the shadows and exposing those shadows, right? So a lot of introversion, a lot of self-exploration, and there's they're all in on this, right? So that we've got here the Ace of Wands, which signals a completely new beginning, a new spark, a new fire, dynamism, moving forward with authority, not being stopped. And so with the Ace of Wands, it's like this person is really into this moment right now. They're giving it their all, right? So they are right now really all about themselves, their mental state, their capacity to move forward and be effective, right? And so they feel like they don't really need anyone in their space right now. And I think, with what the cards are kind of telling us here. Let me see. Before I even say anything, let me go ahead and throw two more cards. Yep. So, Spirit is telling you that, what they're going through right now is a balance for them, right? They're in their kind of justice energy here as well, which means that it's needed for them to reach a certain place in their lives. It's needed. They've reached a place of balance. They've reached a place of just self-exploration, and so it's like, in many ways they needed this in order to be able to correct something, and that correction is their decision making. So I feel like emotionally they weren't doing very well how they were going about through life. We've got the Seven of Cups here, so the fact that it's reversed tells me that this person was making bad decisions in their lives. So they've gone from maybe relationship to relationship, or maybe they've invited in the wrong people into their lives, or maybe they've made the bad choices financially with their families and friends. Maybe they've said the wrong things. They've been ridiculed. So they've made some bad decisions in life, which is why this Seven of Cups is reversed. We've got here them kind of looking at all of their options. Some of those options are good, some of those options are terrible. So they've made some bad decisions, right? And in order for them to start making good decisions in their lives, they have to go through this period of deep analysis, deep examination. They have to go into their hermit mode. And so what's going to end up happening is that they're going to come out of this with a completely new, renewed sense of self, a renewed sense of understanding. We started off the reading talking about cycles, phases, and infusions. So yes, there's definitely a sense of them going through a transformation. We've got here also balance, and now we've got the Justice card, which is the illustration of balance, right? So they're trying to reach this place in their lives right now. And so it's not really personal, right? It's not like this person hates you or doesn't care about you, or it's just that they're being in some ways selfish, but it is very important for them to go through this, right? And that is what Spirit is telling us. They're going through their transformation. They're going through this energy that's very important. And, we see here with the Whispers of Love, the heart of the matter, there is more going on than meets the eye. So there's a lot more going on as far as their emotions, their psychology, mind, body, spirit, just everything, right? It's like they're going through a complete transformation. So it is overwhelming for them. And so it's almost like they have to go through this. So let's go ahead and see what Spirit recommends. We're going to clear the board again. And we are going to see what Spirit recommends for you. What is Spirit's advice at this moment? What should group number 2 do with this person? What's the advice? So, got some pretty intense cards here, right? So we start with the Nine of Swords, and I think that this illustrates your state of mind perfectly. I think that, if you're watching this, this is you right now. I think that you're worried. For some reason, maybe you feel like you did something wrong. You feel maybe guilty in some ways. Or you're just feeling a bit down, right? You're feeling like things could have been a bit different and you don't understand, and how could this happen? And this woman is definitely feeling that, right? She's going through a period of even depression, anxiety, all of the negative energies that we feel whenever something bad happens with someone who we care about, relationship or a person that was a part of our lives and is there no longer. So, we have a perfect illustration of what a lot of you are potentially going through right now. And so we get more information with the Sun card reverse, which is unhappiness. You are 100% unhappy with how things turned out, which is why you've got the Sun reversed. And so, the reason why Spirit is showing us this is because you have to, in some ways, correct it. And it's very difficult. Absolutely, it's going to be difficult. And we're going to throw some oracle cards to give us advice on how we can do just that. But Spirit is trying to tell you that, hey, it's important for you to get away from this sorrowful energy. It's important for you to reach a place of happiness and to understand that this person is going through this because it's just a part of their lives. It's a part of what they're destined to go through. And so in some ways, you're being asked to cease and desist from maybe potentially reaching out, contacting them. You've got the Eight of Pentacles here, which is the worker, right? It's a person that's working diligently, working hard to achieve an outcome, right? They want to have whatever it is that the other person doesn't have. They're working hard to achieve an outcome, a desired outcome. The fact that it's reversed is asking you to stop with the activities that you're doing. All right, so maybe some of you are going into their profile, you're seeing what they're up to, you're talking to their friends, and all that's doing is really worrying you, right? Or maybe you're really trying to reach out and you're really trying to connect and you're really trying. And so what you're being told here is, forget it. Don't do this to yourself, because it will lead to unhappiness. It'll lead to you essentially feeling like, there's this wall that you need to get through, and you keep on smashing your head against that wall, feeling bad for yourself, feeling bad for what you've done, maybe potentially asking yourself where you messed up, potentially being mad at them for putting up that wall. And so the only thing that you can do is walk away from that wall, right? If this person exits that hermit mode and decides that you are an essential part, or they want to maybe rekindle things, they will come. But for right now, as long as they're in that hermit mode, you're being advised from Spirit to simply allow for that to happen, right? So with the Nine of Wands, Spirit is saying, listen, I see you, right? I see that you're hurting. I see that you're possibly going to keep hurting, right? Like, this isn't something that is going to be removed and that you're going to forget overnight, but you have to try. With the Nine of Wands, what you have is a warrior that has fought many battles, has many scars, but those scars and those battles has made this warrior strong, right? Strong and ready for the next battle. And so the promise from Spirit here with this card is, you will live to fight another day. You will have other experiences. You will have other relationships with people. Things are going to change for you for the betterment of you. All right. But you have to, in some ways, go through that period of instability, maybe a little bit of sorrow, but things will shift and they will change in your favor. All right, so let's go ahead and throw a self-love oracle and see what advice we can get from Spirit that's going to help you just kind of navigate through this situation with this person. All right, so the advice from Spirit is pay it forward. Be the answer to someone else's prayer. Helping others can be the quickest way to help ourselves. All right, that's interesting. Be the answer to someone else's prayer, right? So this is very interesting. I get the feeling, strong feeling with this card, that there might be potentially other people around you that will become available. It's like, I feel like there's going to be other connections, other people that are going to, in many ways, come into your life, and you're being asked to just integrate, right? I feel like you're being asked to be a part of their group, to, in many ways, be a blessing to them. This could also be talking about family members, other friends that you can maybe potentially, bring into your space, or just accept, right? And maybe you've been ignoring some people, right? Maybe you've just been ignoring some people, and because of this feeling right here of dread and sorrow with the Nine of Swords, I think that this person really did something to you. Okay, this person really, it's very hard for you to get this person out of your head. Okay, it's going to be difficult. Spirit is saying it's going to be difficult. But, you are being asked in some ways to assist this person by doing what you need to do and just, giving them their space and their time for right now. Again, this person might very well come back to you. We've got here, love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it, right? So it's like there's an acknowledgement that there's love, There's an acknowledgement that I care about you enough to say I love you, but there's also this understanding that there needs to be some space right now. There needs to be some boundaries because I'm in hermit mode and I have to go through this self-exploration. I simply cannot give you what you desire at this present time. So, interesting. Let's go ahead and throw some more oracle cards. We're going to throw a Star Dragon Oracle. And this is going to be essentially the focus for you right now. What the Spirit want you to focus on. So that's what the Star Dragon is going to answer for us. All right. Wow. So challenge. Standing up for your rights. That's interesting. And the number 13. So you've got a very mighty dragon here, right? That's roaring loud and in some ways just wants to be heard, right? So, I feel that a lot of the people that pick this group, you have a lot of power and might to you. You are someone who's very strong, even though right now you're kind of potentially, going through a bit of a sorrowful energy. You're a very strong person. You're a very strong individual, but also you are very soft and tender, deep down inside. So that's a beautiful mix. It's a beautiful mix. And I feel like, this is a challenge, right? This right now is a challenge. Again, Spirit is telling you that it is a challenge here. Spirit told you that it was a challenge with the Nine of Wands reversed, right? And now Spirit is confirming it once again. This is a challenge. But you have to stand up. This is the time for you to be strong. This is the time for you to be available. This is the time for you to stand up and fight, right? Fight in every way. Give yourself into your work. Give yourself, I would say, just the time to assess why this actually happened, and try and be helpful to the people around you, and try and lean on these relationships that you already have. And so anything to get out of your head, because I feel that there is an internal dialogue. There is an internal torment that's going on, and you can't share it with anyone, I feel. I feel that it's very difficult for you to share this with anyone, and the fact that you can't share it with anyone, it leads to more unhappiness. And so, this is definitely something that has got you feeling down, and you can't even say anything about it. So this is something truly dynamic here. This is a very interesting thing because you can't speak it, right? It's like you can't really communicate this with other people. So you are being asked by Spirit to fill your time by helping others. Fill your time by helping yourself, right? Increasing maybe potentially your workload a little bit. And just get out of your head. That's really what the advice is with that challenge card and standing up for your rights. Interesting. All right, so group number 2, that brings us to the end of the reading. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, I'm offering private readings at this time. If you are interested in a private reading, you will have to go through my Etsy store. The link is going to be in the description below. Also, join me on Patreon, Seekers. You will unlock exclusive benefits from my Patreon. Weekly readings that you're not going to see here, as well as be entered into the raffle where you'll have a chance of winning a private reading. I do that raffle every month exclusively for patrons. So join me there. Comment down below and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Thank you for your love, Seekers. Bye-bye. Welcome, group number 3, to today's Pick a Card Tarot reading, where we are going to be trying to answer the question, what is the truth? This is going to essentially be a reading talking about the intentions of someone, of a person, your person. I'm going to provide you with advice from Spirit. So before we get started, I do want to talk about private readings. I am offering private readings at this time. The link is going to be in the description below. You will have to go through my Etsy store and join me on Patreon, Seeker, so that you can unlock exclusive weekly readings. All right, so let's get started. In front of you, you have a card from the Fairy Temple Oracle. All right, this is one of the newer Oracle decks. It's going to represent the theme of what this person is essentially going through at this time, or a message from them to you. Let's take a look. Okay, sing, vocalize, communicate, chant. Wow, all right. So it looks like your person wants to communicate with you, all right? Your person wants to tell you something. They want to, in some ways, even sing this to you. Interesting. So what we are going to do is we're going to throw 2 Lovers Oracle cards, and we're going to try and see what their message to you is. Let's take a look. We're going to use a Lovers Oracle. Spirit, help us out here. First message. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. Wow. Okay. We're going to throw 1 more. Here we go. All right. So the next message is, give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. Wow. All right, group number 3. This is interesting. So, this is definitely something very special here. It looks like your person is in some ways being romantic here, right? With these messages, they're being romantic. They're trying to tell you that they're going to come for you. They're going to come and they're going to talk to you. They're going to communicate with you. In some ways, they're going to sing this to you. It's almost like if, you know, for those of you that are potentially if there's like some kind of turmoil with this person, then they're going to make amends, and they're kind of promising that it is going to be something grand. It's going to be something noteworthy. Now, for those of you that potentially, you know, that your person is like a crush or maybe an admirer from afar, and you want to know the truth of that connection, you know, it looks like this person, they do like you, right? They do want something with you. And in some ways, they are going to come and talk to you at some point, right? Because there is a sense of truly desiring you. There's a sense here of this connection being in some ways a blessing. Now, keep in mind, this is what they are essentially trying to tell you. This is what they feel. Later on, we're going to do a reading on what the advice from Spirit is to you. And we'll see if Spirit, you know, recommends that you pursue this connection. But ultimately, you know, this person is definitely someone who just wants to be with you, right? Whoever this person is, it doesn't have to be romantic, it can be a friend. Whoever this person is to you, they definitely want to make sure that you're feeling joy. They want to make sure that you're feeling happy. There's a sense of them making the leap forward and opening up to you, talking to you, communicating with you. Very interesting. All right, so we're going to throw another oracle card. This is from the Whispers of Love Oracle. And we're just going to try and gain a little more understanding of, you know, what this person wants at this time. You know, let's see. Oh my. Oh my. You have got an interesting one. So, true love. This love is once in a lifetime. My goodness. So, they are very infatuated with you. Group number 3. This person is someone who really loves you. They are very infatuated with you. There's no, you know, for some reason, I get the feeling that this person just, there's been a disconnection for some reason, you know. You guys are not together at this time for some reason. It's strange, right? So maybe there's been a disconnection, or there's been some kind of there's just been some kind of void between the two of you, right? There's been some kind of void, and I just, for some reason, I'm feeling like a lot of the people that pick this group, you know, it might be a crush, you know, it might be someone who has been watching you a lot, has been maybe staring at you a lot. and they kind of have romanticized something in their minds about you, right? It feels like this is the kind of energy. So definitely for those of you that are potentially doing this reading and your person is a crush or someone that you've noticed that really stares at you a lot, they're in love with you. I mean, they believe that you are everything to them, right? In their minds, you are their soulmate, you are their true love, you are their once in a lifetime. So that is very beautiful, very romantic, right? Interesting. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about this. I'm interested because obviously this is the truth of this connection, or what is the truth, right? It could be a romantic connection, it could be anyone. This is your person, whoever this person is. So let's see if we can gain a little insight into essentially who this person is. Let me see what's going on with this person. Okay. Alright, so what's going on with this relationship? Yeah, you see, so for some of you, the reason why there's a void and there's a disconnect is because there was some betrayal going on here. So it looks like, for some of you, and obviously take where resonates, leave the rest. For some of you, there was some lies, some things that were done, very shady stuff going on. You've got the Seven of Swords here. You've got a robber stealing all of the swords and lying about it and being deceitful. So there was definitely some lies that were told, and that led towards the Princess of Cups reverse, which is essentially a very young, beautiful princess, emotionally distraught, right? It's like, I can't trust this person. I can't, what's real, what's not with this person? Is this person being honest? Is this person going to do this again? And it feels like this person is just a very big party person, right? We've got the Three of Cups here. They're all about fun, excitement, joy. And I feel like maybe this relationship had that at some point for some of you. But obviously, it turned sour at some point. For those of you that are potentially are not in a relationship with this person, and maybe this is like a crush, because I do feel that is for some of you the reality of this truth, of this connection. I feel that there has been a void or a lack of information because of insecurities. This person is a bit insecure. And so they've thought about this grand, beautiful scheme, right? This romantic life in their heads, but they just haven't actually executed. Like, they haven't moved forward. They haven't actually moved diligently. Or if they have, there's a sense of, I don't know exactly what you want, or you didn't communicate with me completely. So emotionally, I'm just not all there. So I need to know a little bit more. And it's interesting, and I feel like maybe potentially it's because of this Nine of Wands energy here reversed. They've been in some ways hurt before. Maybe they've been ridiculed. This is the Nine of Wands, the warrior that has seen many wars and many battles, and now he just kind of stands at the gates guarding. Sometimes when we fight so hard, we don't even know what we're guarding anymore, but we stand guard anyways. And so there's wounds, right, with this warrior. And I feel like maybe it's very difficult for there to be any kind of action on their part, even though there's this grand desire to actually do it and to move forward with this relationship. But again, they really see you as their true love, right? And they want to communicate this to you. They want to sing this to you. They want to go on a picnic. They want to definitely be a part of your life, group number 3. So this is interesting. All right, so now we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of this. We're going to see what is the advice from Spirit, okay? What is the advice from Spirit? Spirit messages, essentially, what is Spirit trying to tell you here? What does Spirit advise for you to do at this time? Let's take a look. Spirit, help us out here. This connection, what does it mean for group number 3? Help us, Spirit. Wow. All right. Group number 3. So some very good news. I like this group because groups 1 and 2 are very different from this one, and this group is definitely, I like this. So, all right, so Spirit has a very specific message for you. Okay, Spirit wants to tell you that this connection is special. Okay, there is something special to this connection, and so what this connection is going to bring you, what this person is going to bring you, is balance. What this person is going to bring you is this almost beautiful energy of just feeling complete, right? Temperance is about feeling complete. Temperance is about introducing the right elements into life to feel almost, in the moment, to feel like anything is possible, to be emotionally available and emotionally able to, and just, with temperance, essentially what you have is the illustration of control. You are controlled, your emotions are controlled, your mind is controlled, everything is blissful at this moment, right? So it's like the perfect atmosphere for you to be able to create, for you to be able to expand. It's the perfect atmosphere for dynamism as well. So it's like this connection, this person is going to bring this to you. So that's truly beautiful. And I mean, just looking at these cards and seeing how much love this person has for you, it's truly inspiring, and it's so beautiful that Spirit is agreeing that yes, this person is going to give you that love, this person is going to give you that care, this person is going to give you that energy that you've been needing. And so we also have here a beautiful representation of what this relationship can be like. So you've got the World, and so the World, number 21, this is what you see at the end of the hero's journey. So this is everything you've wanted. This is the culmination of success, victory, beauty, everything, right? So, as it applies to this connection and this person and this possible relationship, it's the totality of that beautiful experience. It's the totality of happiness and joy and contentment and love. So that is truly, truly beautiful. Two very, very, very glorious major arcanas, group number 3. Now, there is more information for you. You have got the Fool reversed, and you've got the Six of Swords reversed. And this is interesting because these two cards, when I asked Spirit of what the advice should be, and what the reaction should be to these two beautiful major arcanas, these are the two cards that I got. And both cards talk about not taking any action. Okay, so and I think that the reason why Spirit wanted to communicate it with a major arcana and a minor in such a grand fashion is because you, group number 3, I think that you'll have the tendency to say, oh my goodness, this is it, I'm going for it. It's like, and then you're going to come up to them and you're going to be like, hey, don't do that. All right, so don't do that. Just wait. There's definitely something that they're working through. All right, something that I picked up on early on in the reading. They're working through something. They're working through their emotions. They're working through their feelings. They know that they're going to do it. They're building up to it. They know that they're going to come talk to you. They know that things are going to get better. They know that things are going to move forward. But it has to kind of, it has to be almost when they're ready. Because if they are confronted, it's almost like if they're not going to know what to do. And it's going to be weird, okay? It's going to be strange. And also, they have to go through this process themselves because it's going to lead them to growth. It's going to be an experience for them that they have to overcome, that they have to go through. So, don't be the kind of person that, moves forward with this, confronts them about this connection. Don't come to them and tell them, okay, let's communicate. Just be yourself, right? And maybe act a little aloof, right? That's the message from Spirit, right? So just to get a close-up, you've got the Fool reversed, and the Fool is the ultimate energy of ecstasy, right? Like, this is the person that gets up in the morning and says, I'm so happy that it is today, and I'm going to move forward and just do what I want to do. This is blissful ecstasy, right? The sun is shining, where I'm happy, I'm joy. It's like this person is going to just have fun, right? It's like they know what they want, and they're going to go out and get it, right? Or they might not even know what they want, right? The Fool has absolutely no idea. The only thing that the Fool knows is, I am happy right now. I am going to go out and just create. I don't care if I'm a novice. I don't care. I don't care. I'm just going to go out and just have fun, right? And so the fact that it's reversed tells you that, you have to in some ways guard yourself, right? And don't overexert yourself with this person. And then it's further exemplified by the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is moving away from what was to what may be, right? So this is the journey that needs to be taken for a new result or a new resolve. So the fact that it's reversed, it's telling you that potentially right now might not be the time for activity. Just wait, be patient, be observant, and definitely things are going to shape up and move in the right direction for you. All right, so let's go ahead and throw some oracles. Let's see what the oracles have to tell us. We're going to start with the self-love oracle. All right, and we'll see what advice Spirit has for you, right? So further messages from Spirit to you. What advice, Spirit, do you have for group number 3? Spend time alone. Okay, interesting. The message here is all decisions must be made by yourself. Give yourself the time and space to seek the answers within rather than without. Okay, interesting. Look at that, right? So in case you want to freeze and read, so now it's like Spirit is like tripling down on this message, right? Like I think that a lot of you maybe tuned out as soon as I told you that this was true love. You're like you probably tuned out, and now your Spirit is trying to tune you back into the reading because you're on cloud 9. So to bring you back down, Spirit wants you to just spend a little time alone, right? Spirit is now tripling down on this message, right? All decisions must be made by yourself. Give yourself the time and space to seek the answers within rather than without. So yeah, you have to, in some way, Spirit is telling you that there's further examination of self that needs to take place. Potentially there are some things that you can work on, some shadows that you can expose, maybe some shadow work that you can do if you yourself, read tarot. Potentially you can do some tarot readings for yourself and see, what's in front of you and what's been missing in your life. But you are 100% being told to maybe potentially avoid this person for now. I mean, this person is 100% going to come to you, but it has to, it has to be with the divine timing present, right? This reading screams divine timing. Don't try and force anything, right? Don't try and force anything. All right, so let's go ahead and throw another oracle. And that oracle is going to be the dragon, the Star Dragon's oracle cards. All right, so let's go ahead and just throw one. And let's see what your dragon is. Trust. All right. Look at that. So have some trust. You've got here love and friendship. Wow. So, that's interesting. You're being asked to be trusting at this moment, right? Love will come to you and friendships will come to you. And what you've wanted and what you truly care about will make its way to you. But you must trust in life. I get the feeling that maybe potentially there is a little bit of distrust in life and Spirit. Maybe this whole divine timing message doesn't sit well with you. You don't trust it fully. Maybe you've been brought up in that hustle mentality of if you want it, you gotta make it. Manifestation, visualize it, go out and grab it, right? So it kind of, for me, what I feel for some of you is that you want to go out and make this happen. But, this is divine timing at its best. And divine timing is always the best way to pursue. And it's like you have to in some way sacrifice yourself. You have to sacrifice what you want to do, and you have to be trusting and trust in this process. And this is definitely a very special reading. All right, definitely a very special, beautiful reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. We've made it to the very end of it. Thank you for watching, Seekers. Love every single one of you. Don't forget, I am offering private readings at this time. The link is going to be in the description below. You will have to go through my Etsy store to place those readings. The link is below. Also, join me on Patreon. Be a part of the inner circle. You can communicate directly with me there. I respond back almost immediately. Whatever questions you have. Also, you will have access to exclusive readings. All right, exclusive readings every single week. And also, you'll be entered for a chance to win a private reading as well. I do a raffle every single month for the community, and you'll be entered for a chance to win a private reading. So join me on Patreon, seekers. Thank you so much for your love. Don't forget to comment below, and I hope you all have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. Bye bye.